Hey guys, it's Monday and it's puck time. Sorry we were not around on Thursday or Friday. We had some technical issues and we still are having them. We'll be back on YouTube Wednesday, but we are doing the show and you can hear it at all the other outlets. Thanks so much for joining us. Great show today. Alex B. Smith and Carmine Bianco, 5 NHL games. Let's bring the boys in and say hello. What is going on, Mr. Alex B. Smith? How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. Had like I said, a pretty nice weekend. Yesterday, hit my 5% total of the month. Had the first period over in the Penguins and Arizona Coyotes game, and cashed easy. Got a goal from each team, and moving on to the next one. And this is just a fun time now because in that second half phase, we only got 2 weeks before the All-Star break. Teams now deciding to make deals and moving around, trying to get themselves positioned for a playoff run. So it's a lot of fun and a good time to not only watch hockey, but bet hockey as well.
Yeah, 5% play last night, dude. A winner. Congratulations on a 14-7 run over at sportsmemo.carm. Yeah, sportsmemo.carm. You know where my mind is. What's up, .carm?
.carm is doing well. I'm having a laugh with all this Twitter stuff and Skype stuff, but it's pretty funny because I was looking back at some of the previous Puck Time videos, and there was the one where I don't know what the hell I was saying, but I'm like, I've got to heat up at some point, right? Here's the
and then guess
thing,
what? And then guess what?
And then I heated up. So
yeah,
very good run. 10. I think it's like 10-1-1, 6-1. On the weekend in NHL. The only loss was the end of the Tampa Bay Lightning streak. The Devils last night played just a phenomenal game, completely shut down Tampa Bay, ending that streak. And Devils themselves are playing really well right now as well.
Yeah,
so
and now that they've cleaned house, maybe the players will have more space, more freedom. I don't know. Maybe we'll see a run by the Devils. Speaking of a run, guys, 2 big promotions today. Carmine is on a 6-1 NHL run, a 10-1 all sports run, and I, the Prez, am on a 9-0 hockey run. I'm up double-digit units already on the NHL season. Both Carm and I half price for our NHL season. Half price for our NHL season. Same offer will be available for Alex tomorrow. Alex is sitting in. Andrew called in sick, so last minute notice. Big thanks, Alex. Head over to WagerTalk.com. Use the promo code CARM345 or Prez345. You get our entire NHL season and playoffs all the way till June for only $345. And again, I'm on a 9-0 NHL run, and Carm is on a 6-1 NHL run. Boys, let's get to it. No LSU Clemson talk on this show. Marco and I will be looking at that game on the betting edge. Same with the 2 football games this week, so check that out. Calgary going into Montreal, and Montreal's on a big run, guys. Alex, I mean, they are absolutely rolling. They're 1-0 in their last one, and that for them is a big run. So shout out to Andrew, Buster, and one of our best listeners, Muhammad. You guys finally got a win under your belt. Congratulations. 19-20 on the season. Montreal minus 104 against Calgary, and Calgary's playing really, really good hockey. They've won 5 games in a row. But I don't know, Alex. I think Montreal might be able to put down a monster run. I see a 2-0.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, I mean, you got to start somewhere, and they got that one win to finally break what had been a disastrous losing streak. But this is, like I said, running into a buzzsaw now with this Flames team. And granted, yeah, you could say that the Flames were able to kind of feast on some of the poor teams. They got 2 wins against Minnesota, a win against Chicago, close wins in all 5 games. But hey, at this time of year, getting points is what's imperative, and it's always better to get 2 instead of 1. So they're rolling right now with 5 straight wins. This is a cheap price, I think, for a Flames team right now. I would be looking at taking Calgary on the road.
Carm, I don't know if it's a good thing that Montreal got 2 points last night. I mean, this Montreal team, it's the same old thing. They refuse to rebuild. They just want to remain mediocre forever, never get really great draft picks, and just basically hover in obscurity for the rest of their lives. Calgary or Montreal, over or under? What do you like?
Yeah, no, I'm leaning Calgary here. I think I talked about it on the last show that I was on, that Calgary seemed to have turned the corner and looked like they could string some wins together, and they've got 5 now. I know they're going to Riddick in net tonight, and he struggled, over the last 3 starts. 4.96 goals against average, 0.849 save percentage, but probably a good spot to get out of a slump. The Canadiens are 1-8-1 over their last 10, and I actually had them in that win last time out. I figured if they were going to get a win, it was against the Ottawa Senators, who are right down there as well too. So it's Calgary for me. I can't take a team. I can't go against a team that's playing well now and that is hot, hoping that a team that has been playing terrible is going to get a win or a second win. So it's Flames for me at a short price. Right now you've only got to lay about $1, $1.15, $1.20.
Yeah, well, minus 106 at some places. Alex, I was with Carm when Montreal won in overtime. I gave him a high five. It pained me to cheer for Montreal, but my boy was on them and on a run. Did you see the tweet I sent out? So Carm and I were playing at a poker tournament this week, and some guy raised, Carm re-raised, and pulled out a book and started reading, and the title was Book of Bluffs.
I did see that. That was hilarious.
Right?
Yeah.
There is very few people funnier than Carmine Bianco.
Listen, I like to, when I'm playing these tournaments, I used to play a hell of a lot of poker and travel across the U.S. and Canada playing in poker tournaments. It doesn't interest me as much now as it does, but I get along because the Prez and I have a lot of mutual friends, and he takes more interest in it and is playing extremely well. And he went deep in the tournament as he has in his last few trips to Vegas. So I got to give him kudos on that. I just like getting together with the guys. I don't mind. And I did run deep in this tournament. Didn't cash. The Prez did.
That he did.
Yeah.
That he did.
Well done, sir.
Nice.
Thanks, Carm. But I mean, nobody is funnier than you, dude. Battle of New York. Islanders on the road. I don't know what road, but probably maybe 6th Avenue. Playing in MSG tonight. New York Rangers. Basically, it's a pick'em game. Plus 110 for the Rangers, minus 135 for the Islanders. And, I mean, both teams right now are playing similar style hockey. New York Islanders have lost 3 of 5. The Rangers have lost 4 of 5. Alex, I look to the under in this game. 6 is the number, and that's sort of where I'm going.
Yeah, I can see the under cashing with this as well. These are 2 teams that they're going to get to see a lot of each other. You look at the Rangers, 3 of their next 4 games are against this Islanders team. The Islanders have a couple spread out amongst the next week or so. But these 2 teams are probably going to grow tired of each other. It's already a big rivalry. We know the fan bases can't stand each other. So maybe that intensity will translate. Maybe not in this first game, but it's definitely look to see that possibly in the second and third meetings later within this week. But I could see this one being a bit of a low-scoring game, but both teams desperately looking for a win.
Carm, where are you going in this game?
Yeah, same thing. I was going to mention, Alex mentioned that for the Islanders, at least 3 of their next 6 are against the Rangers. They've got a couple others against Detroit, which should be a gimme as well, too. But I think it's an audition tonight for Georgiev for the Rangers. I think they're going to move him at the trade deadline. Now that they brought up the rookie, the KHL goalie Shezhnikov, I can't even pronounce his name, but
Shesterkin.
he came up. He got a couple of wins, I believe. Like he had the win against the Avalanche, which was a very good one. And I'm not sure I think he was in net against the Devils as well too. But they're going to move Georgiev. I have to believe they have to move him. I don't think they're going to move. They're not. They're never going to move Lundqvist. I just can't see that happening. And this goalie is probably their goalie of the future. So I think he gets moved. So you've got to have him in net. You have to audition him. You have to hope to get him a couple starts before that trade deadline. So I think that's something that happens. Islanders are playing well. Wins over much improved New Jersey Devils team, and they beat the Avalanche 1-0. Shutting out the Avalanche is impressive in its own. And then they lost against the Bruins. And yes, I did have the Bruins in that game. I thought it was a good spot for them to beat the Islanders 3-2 in overtime. I think Islanders get back into the win column tonight at a very short price.
And Prez, you and Leafs Nation might want to keep an eye on this game because Georgiev is being rumored mostly to possibly going to the Maple Leafs. Could be the backup there.
Yeah, I don't need to keep my eyes on it. We need any backup. We'll take anybody, period. And the thing about it is, it really feels like, it looks like Freddie's getting tired, man. So we're in actual desperate need of some backup goalie help.
I felt bad for him yesterday. Listen, I know you I know you told me on Saturday you absolutely loved the Leafs over yesterday. I know that you told me you ended up with no time to get it up on board. Buster had a 5% play on it. And congratulations to him on winning that. But you were bang on in that game. You said that there was going to be a lot of goals.
8-4.
And I felt bad for him. I watched that a good portion of that game, and I felt bad for Freddie. And it's like you said. I think you're accurate in that. Is they need to get a backup goalie that can take the load off of this guy because he's just getting shelled right now.
Yeah, he looks pooped, dude. But you know what? A lot of goalies this time of year do, and they'll get their second wind, and we'll get him some rest. Boston, boys. Boston playing Philadelphia tonight. And man, this Boston team has won 3 in a row. Philadelphia in a little bit of a free fall. They did beat Washington on the road. No, they were at home. But they have lost 4 of their last 5. I don't want to bet against Boston. I mean, I find spots that look great to bet against Boston, and I can't get it right. This team is just so good in every manner. I'm going to take the 5.5 over, Alex. Philadelphia did not score last game, but they have been putting goals in the net. And I think we could count on Boston getting 3. So, I'm seeing a 5.5. I'm taking it over.
Yeah, 5.5 makes sense. Like I said, Boston scoring goals. They've been giving up the goals as well. Not playing the tightest of defense, but the fact that they're back in the win column 3 in a row after going through a just absolute terrible stretch the last, I'd say 2.5, 3 weeks prior to this win streak right now. There's definitely no way I'm going to be going against the Bruins. I'd actually be taking them in regulation plus $1.10 tonight here in this spot. Philadelphia's going through their free fall, and this is what I kind of expected from them down the stretch. I'd be looking to fade them. They're not going to be in playoff contention much this year. This is a team that is still kind of in the middle of a retool, rebuild process. I think they're about a year away from being a consistently good team, but right now, the only team I'd be looking at in this spot would be Boston.
Carmine Bianco, what do you like in this one?
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for Philadelphia because I did like this team at the beginning of the season, but they just go through it's night and day when they're at home or away. They play so well at home, it seems. And Carter Hart, I think he's 12-2-2 at home this season. But they hit the road and they just can't win. And now they're on I think it's a 2-7-1 run. And guys, some of the guys aren't scoring. Van Riemsdyk has no points. He's a -6 his last 8 games. Giroux has 2 goals in his last 11. Voracek, who's probably one of their best players, no points in 9 games. Rafi, no goals in his last 26 games. The rookie Joel Farabee, he's got no goals or 1 goal in his last 28 games. These guys aren't scoring, which your goaltending keeps you in games, but you need these guys to score. So hopefully they can turn around tonight. I actually, with that said, I actually do like the over because this is the type of game against the Bruins that if you get a couple goals early, kind of just steamrolls, and we probably see one of those 5-3 games tonight. With that said, Philadelphia is, I think they're 16-5-4 in the Eastern Conference. So
Wow.
against the West they suck, but against the East, and I saw that stat the day after I think they beat Washington, and I had Washington against Philadelphia when the Flyers beat them. So I saw that stat later, and I'm like, this can't be true, can it? And I researched it and saw it on another site, but over for me here.
Yeah, and to further go along with that too, Philadelphia has earned in 14 home games against the Eastern Conference. They've earned points in 13 of them. They're 10-1-3 at home against the East.
Alex B. Smith from Sports Memo, Carmine Bianco from WagerTalk. We're back up on Wednesday on YouTube. Otherwise, you can find us at Periscope and all the rest of the places that we plot these videos. Prez, that's me. I'm on a 9-0 NHL run. Carmine Bianco, a 6-1 NHL run. You can have half off our NHL season. Regular price $6.95. It's yours for $3.45. Use the promo code PREZ345 and CARM345. Carm, I'll go to you first on this one. Washington Capitals against Carolina, and well, I don't step in the way of Washington, and I mean, this is a team, they've lost 2. They look terrible against New Jersey 5-1. They lost to Philadelphia. They're going to get reamed out by their coach. Carolina's playing awesome, and you knew what was Justin Williams, is that you knew he was going to come back for the back half of the season. I mean, he was their heartbeat in the playoffs last year. They've won 3 in a row. Held the Kings to 0, Arizona to 0, but before that they were playing to the over, zigzagging a bit, but more to the over. Carm, I go to you first. I got to take Washington. I'm getting 140. It's a light price. They're on a 2-game losing streak. I don't think this team is going to put an extended losing streak down. I think it's got to be one of the best plays on the board.
Yeah, you're not going to see, or you're not going to find the Washington Capitals at only minus 140 many times throughout the year at home. They're 13-5-4 at home. These two teams, I think it was over like a 7-day stretch or something, I think, where they split a couple games. December 28th, where Carolina won 6-4, and then they played again in Carolina literally like 5 or 6 days later, and Washington won that game 4-3. Yeah, for me, I have to believe Washington at home. They're so tough at home generally, and coming off such a flat game against the Devils where they lost. They didn't just lose; they were embarrassed. When you lose 5-1 at home, it's not a good thing. And previous to that, you have to look at it. They were on a pretty damn good run at home. So I'm going to take the short price because you don't see it very often. I don't think this is one of those ones where we can say, I think they're asking you to bet Washington by giving you this low price. No, it's not. It's about 140 because of the way Carolina is playing right now. But over their last 10, they've only lost 3 games at home. Washington. I'll take Washington here.
And Alex, what's up with you?
Yeah, I agree. I'm with Washington, but also taking it in regulation at an even better price of plus 105 here. I mean, Carolina, okay, they shut out LA. There's a million teams that could probably shut out LA, and they were able to catch Arizona at a spot toward the end of their trip as well and shut them out. They're not going to be able to hold down this Washington team, especially with Samsonov in net, who is 12-2-1 with a 2.24 goals against so far this year. He has been stellar. Being in place of Brayton Holtby, who's actually been a little bit shaky.
Yeah.
And, you kind of wonder if Samsonov is going to be the guy down the stretch to carry the load.
He's Alex B. Smith, Carmine Bianco with us. Guys, it's $9 Mondays over at WagerTalk and Sports Memo. Every play from every handicapper, $9. I have another 5% play. I won my 5% play on Saturday with Tennessee. I got one on the big game tonight. Clemson, LSU. Check it out at wagertalk.com. Boys, St. Louis against Anaheim, and I'll make this easy. Minus 230 for St. Louis. I'm not going near it. I'm not playing the regulation. I'm looking to play the under in this game. Anaheim is not some scoring juggernaut. And it matches up, they match up well against St. Louis for a 2-1 hockey game, Alex.
Yeah, I agree. I would actually be looking to play the draw plus 340. I could easily see this game going into overtime. We've seen St. Louis, they're going on a nice run. They've won 3 in a row, but they've been known to sleepwalk through some of the weaker
Yeah.
teams in the league and let teams kind of stick around in games. So this definitely seems like a game where St. Louis probably wins 3-2, but I think it goes past 60 minutes.
Mr. Bianco, sir.
Yeah, Jake Allen in net tonight. They're giving Bennington a rest. He played like the last 3 games, but Jake Allen, a surprise. He's having a very good year. .924 save percentage. He's 7-3-3 record. His goals against average is where we're sitting at .236. And this is an Anaheim team. Perfect time to put him in. We're averaging 2.1 goals a game this season. So why not take a shot on the under here? But you can also take the Anaheim team total under 1.5 plus 155. And if you're expecting the Blues to lock it down tonight and win this by like a 2-1, 3-1, 4-1 type scoreline, that under a goal and a half plus 155 looks good.
And I think it can happen. I mean, Anaheim is not a team that puts up a lot of goals, and St. Louis, from a defensive perspective, is outstanding. Guys, great show today. Really appreciate Alex, you jumping in. What did you have? 15 seconds notice?
Give or take.
Yeah. Everyone, make sure to take advantage of Carmine and my NHL season offer, because we're not going to keep it up for long. It's Carm 345 if you want his NHL season. It's Prez 345 if you want mine. I actually suggest you take both, and we'll have a offer for Alex tomorrow. We'll probably do a week and a month for half price, something like that. Boys, outstanding show. Enjoy the championship game tonight. And I'm out. Later, guys.
There, boys. Good luck.